boycotting Israel's actions in Gaza. Interested?
I film all protests. I normally do the Manchester one.
So you film, sorry?
I film most protests.
Okay, for which? So if you don't mind me asking, which?
Oh, just YouTube.
It's like independent.
Just YouTube, yeah.
Okay.
I normally do the Manchester one, but I think they're doing one a bit far away today, so
okay.
And I'm just visiting people, so.
And what sort of organisations you? I mean, what sort of protests you? Like,
I just film everything, whatever's going on.
Do you mind if I look at your YouTube channel, if you don't mind?
I know, Street Hawk.
Huh?
Street Hawk.
If you don't mind, I mean, I just...
No problem, because you'll see I do them all. I normally do Leeds or Manchester, some places like that.
Street?
Hawk.
H-A-R-K? Hey!
Sorry, I was just passing by. I saw you. How are you doing, my bro?
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank
How's
you.
the family doing? And the little baby?
Good.
Mina?
How are you? Good,
I'm good. Just like shopping and then have to work a little bit today.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you. We'll see you. Bye. Sorry, but it's called Street?
Hawk.
Hawk as H-A-W.
W-K. If you can't find it, just type Leeds Pro-Palestinian protests. It pops up with that. Can you find it? Street Hawk.
No. He's filming, but this is his channel. Okay.
If you go on, just type Street. If you can't find it, type Leeds Pro-Palestinian protests. Yeah, that's it. You can see it. I do all sorts, but it was just I'm in the area. Normally, I didn't even know you were doing one, so.
Thank you very much. What's your name?
It's Adam.
Adam, Sam.
Yeah, no problem.
Good to meet you,
Cheers.
buddy. They need your help to support. Standing here. Fair enough. Obviously not. The Roma cafes here. We'll have to support them later. Sadly, goods going. It's a good idea. Okay, well, spread it out. How safe is Swabbing fat as well? So baby stuff have any form, they need your support. I'll say it's starving families and children as well. The babies don't have any form and they're starving hungry, thank you. Brave woman.
And so I do it neutral. I just turn up. I normally do Manchester or Leeds, but I do it neutral, but yeah. But it also gives just in case. I say nothing, I'm neutral. I do it in a neutral way, so I don't say anything. I just film things. So it's like I do Manchester and Leeds and stuff.
Do you?
Yeah, that's where I mainly do. Leeds is the most ones, but.
Well, my son's going to show a film in Leeds soon. Are you a Leeds guy? He's showing a film about Israeli-Palestinian football, which he made. The PSC are putting it on in Leeds.
Was it in the pub? Because they
No.
did,
It's going to be 3rd of August.
Right.
If you're up there,
quite few.
you'll be up there?
Yeah, probably, but I can never guarantee. You just
If you
don't
are,
know.
try and think, 3rd of August.
Brilliant.
Luke
It'll
O'Reilly is
pop
my
up.
son. He's made this really interesting film.
Okay, cool.
Obviously pro-Palestinian.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Alright, cheers.
Yeah, well, Help save the starving families and children and babies of Gaza. They need your support. No babies. We're really desperate. Help save the starving families of Gaza. Help save the starving families, children and babies of Gaza. Help save the children.
Stop the genocide in Gaza.
We're raising awareness today of the appalling ongoing situation in Gaza. Still no ceasefire, over 20,000 children slaughtered. 20,000 children, imagine. Anybody with a child, grandchild, niece, nephew, think of the appalling trauma these children are suffering. 21 months of bombardment and now starvation. Please take a leaflet and find out what's going on. This is in the name of humanity. Take a leaflet, boycott Israel. You can boycott products in the shops. You can write to your MP. You can sign petitions. You can ring your MP and ask what they're doing. Ask, are they going to stop arming this genocidal, barbaric regime? That's what it is, it's barbarism. Over 65,000 people now slaughtered in Gaza. Medics, specifically targeted. Very interesting documentary on Channel 4, The Doctors of Gaza, how they are specifically targeting medical people and journalists. No foreign journalists are allowed in Gaza. Hospitals have been destroyed, universities have destroyed, and schools. This is a genocide. This is ethnic cleansing. You destroy a culture when you destroy their schools and universities. You destroy a people when you destroy, bombard, and annihilate people. This is what's going on. It's going on as we speak, as you walk along, as we go shopping, as we buy a coffee. More and more Gazans are being killed, targeted when they go for aid. Imagine snipers taking them out when they pick up aid. And they come out to save their families from starvation, and they're taken out by snipers. Imagine being in that state, going kilometers to find an aid station and then being shot in the head by a sniper. This is the reality. This is what's going on as we speak. Please take a leaflet. Find out what's going on. Sign a petition. Boycott Israeli goods. Ask your MP why we're still arming Israel. All to do with money and greed. And the ordinary people suffer. 20,000 children now have been killed in Gaza. It doesn't take an enormous leap of imagination to imagine if you were in that situation. What do you say to a 5-year-old whose mother's just been killed? What do you say to a mother whose 5-year-old has just been burnt alive in a flimsy tent? Because this is the reality of what's going on. Please take an leaflet. Stand up and get counted. Evil flourishes when good people do nothing. A lot of good people are doing absolutely nothing. And this is a genocide the like of which we hostages. Justice for the Palestinian people. After decades and decades of injustice, take you a minute to read a leaflet. How many hours do we spend on our phones? You can take one leaflet. Won't poison you to take a leaflet. 20,000 children now massacred in Gaza. 20,000 children. Imagine that figure. Whole families are being wiped out. Hospitals, universities, schools, specifically targeted by a highly technologically adept regime whose aim is to destroy the Palestinian people in Gaza, to eliminate their culture. This is ethnic cleansing and this is genocide. Please take a leaflet. Ignorance is not bliss. These are people like you and me with the same dreams and aspirations. And yet they are being tormented, humiliated, massacred, and now starved. Some of the flour coming into Gaza has been poisoned. Can you imagine? The little aid that's getting into Gaza, some of which has been poisoned. Please take a leaflet. Find out what's going on. These people are dying 5 hours by plane from here. 5 hours away, people are dying. They are being massacred by a brutal apartheid genocidal regime whose aim is to destroy the Palestinian people and their culture. This has been the aim for decades, but now it's intensified. Imagine all those people slaughtered. Please take a leaflet, find out what's going on. You have a child of your own, imagine the situation. What do you say to a small child when the child says, when is the bombing going to stop, mummy? The bombing has continued for 21 months. The bombing hasn't stopped. Traumatized. Imagine the trauma of these people. The trauma that will go down generations. The children aren't dead, they're injured. And if they're not injured, they're traumatized. Whole families have been targeted. They targeted the doctors. Catch the documentary on Channel 4 about doctors in Gaza. If you can bear to watch it, it's harrowing, but it's telling us the truth of what is happening to these people. And it's happening now, absolutely happening now, while we walk along, while we go shopping, while we have a coffee. These people are dying, shot at aid posts, shot by snipers, trying to get money to keep their families alive. That means nothing, carry on, but it means something. Take a leaflet, sign a petition, do something. Boycott and play the goods in the shop. Justice for the Palestinian people. After decades and decades and decades of injustice, and now a wholesale genocide. Not just massacres in Gaza, also in the West Bank. Whole cities have been cordoned off. People can't move in the West Bank. Settlers attacking them. Justice for those poor murdered children of Gaza. And it hasn't stopped. There isn't a ceasefire yet. We are demanding you ask your MPs to demand ceasefire, to stop the carnage, to stop the barbarism, because that's what it is. It's barbarism. Please take a leaflet. In the name of humanity, we are asking you to spare a minute to read a leaflet, to do something. 20,000 children are dead. Does that mean nothing? 20,000 children massacred in Gaza. It goes on and on and on. And we are complicit in this. We are complicit in this genocide. It's time and people are raising their hands. So what could we have done? We could do something. We could take an initiative to say what we should. Because when you're take intellectual, you can do something. Justice for Palestine. 20,000 children massacred now. This is a massacre. Schools targeted. No more universities left. That's the way you destroy a population. You destroy the young people.
My dear, that's not true. I do understand your point, but that's
his
not
aim
true.
was to kill all the children in Gaza. That's what he said. We want to kill all the children in Gaza. Imagine the horror of that. The brutality of that.
Palestinians are not all members of Hamas. Just to say that not every Israeli supports Netanyahu.
Down their guns, then Israel is no more.
Netanyahu
Down their guns, then war is over.
I don't think, no, that's not, there's no logic to your argument.
Yeah.
So,
You're going to say, yeah,
but it's
so
true.
20,000 children, you still haven't answered. How is that okay? No, all right, but how is that okay? Well, you're not answering, so it's up to you, but destroying all the hospitals, how is
What
that
Hamas
okay?
did was an atrocious massacre, and nobody's disputing
in
that.
hospitals and in schools. The idea.
So the 20,000 children that you won't answer
but they
about,
let people know.
so it's the babies and the children, it's their fault, is it? They deserve to die. They deserve to die.
No, I don't think anybody's saying it's Israel's fault.
Citizens, but you've got in Gaza, they're not protected. They're used as human shields.
All the babies and all the children. There's no rationality. No rationality to your arguments at all.
What you said to a child who's just lost his mother. Burnt to pieces in a flimsy tent.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's the only argument that they rely on. And you won't answer anything. You're going to go to that thing, maybe. See you later.
Please take an interest. We're raising awareness of the appalling situation that is faced by the Gazans and the people in the West Bank. 20,000 children now plagued in Gaza. Hospitals, universities, schools have been specifically targeted. Over 65,000 people are dead, and we are still sending arms to Israel. Everyone can do their bit. You can boycott Israeli goods, you can boycott Israeli institutions, you can sign petitions, you can ring your MP, you can write your MP, you can email your MP. And ask them why are they still supporting this genocide. We know why they're still supporting it. It's all to do with money and power. We need to ask the question. Send an expert, find out what's going on. 65,000 people have now been killed in Gaza. It goes on and on and on. This is a genocidal, barbaric regime whose aim is to destroy the Palestinian people. Justice for the Palestinians after decades and decades of injustice, and now Palestine. Please take a leaflet. Find out what you can do to raise awareness.
Families and children and babies of Gaza. They've got no baby formula coming through. They're going to suffer and die badly. They need your help. Boycott Israeli goods.
Bombed and now starved. That's what's happening now. Please take a leaflet. Justice for Palestine. After decades and decades of injustice. Please take a leaflet.
Guys.
Take you 1 minute to read a leaflet.
I mean, I agree, but it's fine.
Palestinians are being targeted when they come to get aid at the aid stations. We know a family where the husband went to get aid for his family and was shot in the head by a sniper. This is happening every day. They reckon at least 50 Palestinians are being killed every day trying to get aid. We've heard now that some of the flour coming through has been poisoned. Imagine. Imagine when you're starving and then the flour you receive has been poisoned. Justice for the Palestinian people. Please take a leaflet. Please sign a petition. Decades and decades of injustice. 65,000 people now slain in Gaza. How many more died before the Palestinian fire? How many more have died before we end hostility? Justice for the people of Gaza. Justice for the people of the West Bank. Justice for the people of East Jerusalem. Under attack. Constantly under attack. In their own land. This is ethnic cleansing and genocide. It's been called out as such. And it continues and it continues. And more children die. And if they don't die, they don't perish in flames or by bombs. They perish for lack of food. Imagine how hot it must be now in the Gaza Strip. And there's no water. We talked to a professor yesterday whose children had no water for 5 days. This is the reality, the ordinary everyday reality. And yet we can walk about, have a coffee, meet our friends. The Gazans can't do this. The Gazans are a victim of a genocidal barbaric regime. Please take a leaflet, find out what's happening.
They're going to start very slowly. They need your support and help urgently. Boycott Israeli goods. One small step will help.
Over 20,000 children now slain in Gaza. That's okay, walk on. But if you have any feelings of humanity about these children, take a look at one of the 1 minute to reach them. It will take you 1 minute to make a phone call. 1 minute to sign a petition. Justice for Palestine. After decades and decades of injustice and now genocide, now cleansing. 20,000 children slaughtered in Gaza. 20,000 children. Imagine, what do you say to a child who's just lost his mother? What do you say to a mother who's just lost her whole family? The surgeon who lost her whole family except one child. Medical people targeted specifically. Schools and universities destroyed. The idea is to erase the culture, find out what's going on. Indifference is not the answer. This is just common humanity. You can see it on your televisions. It's not something that's happening that you haven't seen. This is happening in real time. While you're walking around having coffee, doing some shopping, more and more Palestinians are being slaughtered. If that's okay, carry on walking. But if it's
I'm
not,
carrying on
take a
walking, mate.
leaflet. Justice for the Palestinian people after decades and decades of injustice, and now subjected to a vile genocide. Please take a leaflet, do something, sign a petition, bring your own kit, put pressure on the MP. We are complicit in this genocide. We are still supplying arms. A third of the Labour cabinet have received monies from the Israeli government. We are complicit in this horror. Please take a leaflet. You can boycott Israeli goods in the shops. You can boycott Israeli companies. Everybody can do something. Justice for the Palestinian people. After decades and decades of humiliation, occupation, annexation, now they are being killed. They are being slaughtered. They are being starved.
Ukraine's got no formula going through. They're starving.
The mothers can't feed their own babies because they haven't got the milk.
Charity shop, yeah.
An aid station in Gaza, you are at risk of being shot at. We know a family whose husband was shot trying to get aid. Imagine being starved, don't get aid, and then being shot. At least 50 people are being shot every day. If this means nothing, then this is very sad. But if you've got humanity, it's just a question of humanity. These people are dying daily. They're not dying by being bombed. They're now beginning to die of starvation. Imagine the heat now in Gaza. We had a heat wave a couple of days ago. Imagine how much hotter it is in Gaza, and people don't have water. We have the luxury of these things. The Gazans don't. The Gazans are being systematically eliminated. And it's happening as we speak. So please take a leaflet, find out what you can do. Sign a petition. We are asking you to do something, however little it is. However little time you have, you can do something. You can do your own thing, you can send an email, you can sign a petition, you can boycott Israeli goods. It's very effective. A lot of people are boycotting a lot of Israeli outlets, and it's becoming quite effective. So please take a leaflet, find out what's going on.
Boycott Israeli goods if you can.
20,000 children slaughtered. If that means nothing, then we've lost our humanity.
I've said starving families, children and babies of Gaza. Children have no formula getting through. They're starving, hungry. They need your support. Boycott Israeli goods. One small step will always help. I've said starving families, children and babies of Gaza.
Well done, well said.
Thank you. Justice for the people of Gaza. After decades and decades of injustice, oppression, humiliation, now starvation, 1 million kids, now genocide. When will it stop? When will we be completely stop?
starving families, children and babies of Gaza. The babies have no formula coming through. They will die slowly. They need your support. Boycott Israeli goods. Those sorts of small steps will always help. Thank you. The babies are starving hungry, they have no formula. Boycott Israeli goods. There's 1 million children there, they need to support the starving hungry. Help save the starving families. Educate yourself, don't be such a racist. Don't be such a racist. Why don't you help them?
That's good.
Babies don't have any formula getting through, they're going to suffer badly. Boycott Israeli goods, all these small steps help. There's 1 million children there, they need your support. Boycott Israeli goods, use the co-op, thank you. Upset the starving families, children and babies of Gaza. Babies got no formula coming through. One million upset starving families, children and babies of Gaza. Upset the starving families, children and babies of Gaza.
Someone's going to get hurt.
Genocide in Gaza, the by apartheid.
I don't watch TV. What's happening Gaza?
See, I've got another appointment.
You come from Manchester, that way?
No, Leeds. I do Manchester a lot. Manchester's bigger.
Yeah.
It's more fun. See, the son goes to Leeds. I'll have to ask him what he looks like, because if he goes on the protest, I'll probably know him. I'm terrible at names. My mates will know them by names, but I'm terrible.
You put the videos of certain webs, YouTube.
I just put them on. If you go on Street Heart, you'll see it. But if you can't find it,
Street Heart.
yeah, if you can't find them, just type in Leeds Pro-Palestinian protest. That's the easiest way. Yeah, that's the easiest, because
If I'm up that way, I'll look it up and see if there's a march up there.
yeah, there's usually one of, I mean, the thing is, and this is what we're being told, is since yesterday, a lot of them apparently going to close them down because they're all panicking over the Palestine action.
Yeah, but that's only one group. They can change their name anytime they like.
They can't.
Why not?
It's against the life. We looked it up. If they do that, there'll be you have to. It's not as easy as that.
They've locked it up with the people, mate.
No, but right, the whole thing's shut down completely.
Yeah.
Right.
But thing is that one particular group.
Yeah, but the problem is Leeds group, Manchester group stood up and said we're all Palestinian action. And I went up and said, shut the F up. You just landed every single one there in the problems, because their bank accounts can be raided and everything. And there's a lot of them now are dropping straight. Apparently there was a meeting and they're all saying that some of them, but we'll have to see.
I think people can change their names and do whatever
they can't. But what they might do, you know, Youth Demand is a mixture of Palestine action and Just Stop Oil. But
1 million kids spread the message, and also the COP stop shelving Israeli products.
Okay, so not everyone's doing that.
Well done.
But just keep an eye out, because it'll be an interesting few weeks. I said to everyone, distance yourself, but they created all the problems for themselves.
We can all change now. I could change.
No, it does. If you look it up, I thought they could, but under the law, it's not that simple. It's really complicated. But anyway, I'll see you later.
There's a million kids out there in Gaza. They're starving, hungry. Spread that message to your friends.
Right, it's gone out there. Cheers. See you later. Oh, cheers. Oh.
You support the genocide. You support the genocide. Harvard study says it's 400,000. Have you ever been through one?
No,
yeah.
That's the whole point, mate. None of us have. You've got a clue to talk about.
The cruelty, the barbarism is off the scale. These are people like you and me.
Genocide.
5 hours on a plane from here. These people are dying. And we're doing nothing. We're being killed as we go shopping and meet our friends.
We'll leave it there because I've got another appointment. And it's getting cold. I'll just film to the end of the street. It was interesting because Brighton's a different, a different set to what it is elsewhere, so I wasn't sure what the reception would be.